Hi friends! Today I'm going to show you how to make a very easy recipe. It's tomato soup and it's pretty much 5 ingredients or less, just my style. So I have about 4 pounds of tomatoes. I got this recipe from a cookbook, but I've also used one on Pinterest and they vary a little. These are Roma tomatoes. I'm not sure what kind of tomatoes they use in those other recipes, but I'm just gonna slice these in half. I've already washed them and I have the oven preheating. We're gonna bake these. But first step is wash and cut the tomatoes, cutting them lengthwise and putting them on a baking sheet. I don't know much about nutrition, but I know tomatoes are very nutritious. And this recipe is full of them. So what you need for this recipe is about 4 pounds of tomatoes, vegetable stock, this one's 32 ounces, some olive oil, salt and pepper, and whatever herbs you like. I'm gonna use basil and sage. I love sage. My man, not so much. And I think thyme and oregano. We have some plants on the patio and I just went back there and picked some, so I'm not sure what they are. Okay. I'm gonna have to put them on 2 different baking sheets because it's getting kind of full. Yeah, so this is just a recipe that I make all the time and it's right up my alley because, like I said in my previous video, which was Billionaire's Bacon, following Snoop Dogg's recipe, you can find it amongst my hundreds of other videos if you just go on my page and scroll. But it's easy and it's just quick and easy. So I have the tomatoes on 2 different baking sheets. Now I'm gonna drizzle a capful of olive oil on them. Whatever you're comfortable with, like maybe 1 capful per sheet. And this will help the herbs stick to the tomatoes and help them kind of like roast better, in my opinion. Okay, so now we want to grab some herbs and sprinkle them on the tomatoes, just like that. I love how sage smells. It's very strong. So let me know in the comments like what your favorite herbs are, or if you make this, how you liked it, how it turned out. Last, some basil. Just flavor up these tomatoes nicely. And then we're gonna roast these for 30 minutes on about 425. Also, one other step, take the garlic bulb. I like to cut this piece. I like to cut this piece off the end. So it looks like that. We're gonna put it in some foil, drizzle some olive oil over it. And we're gonna roast this with the tomatoes as well. Anyways, I'm trying to set the timer and that's it for 30 minutes. So these are the tomatoes right out of the oven. It's been 30 minutes. They smell so good. So I'm going to put the tomatoes into the blender. I forgot to add salt and pepper onto the baking sheet, so we're gonna do that now. Also going to add the whole container of the broth. And we can add around 6 cloves of the roasted garlic. It smells so good. If you make bread, you can add this to some butter. Make garlic butter. I use a paper towel and then I squeeze out the garlic and the clove comes out like that. So put a few in there. As much as garlic as you like. Don't get the peel in there. If you don't have like a Vitamix, you can blend this up in a blender, pour it into a big pot and warm it up for about 30 minutes on the oven. This blender just warms things up to roughly a boil. So I'm going to just cook my soup in this. And there you have it, a very easy homemade tomato soup that is delicious, nutritious, and I normally make garlic bread or can turn that bread into croutons. This time I made grilled cheese. Well, that's the end of this video. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you make this and you enjoy it, and let me know how it goes.